Aloha Cancer Ohana. My name is Alicia Marie, also known as the Magic Siren, and this is your June 2025 Tarotscope forecast. Today I will be using the Modern Witch deck, the Rider-Waite Centennial deck, the Wild Unknown Pocket deck, and both the Life Purpose and Romance Angel decks. If you feel called to using any of the decks that I'm using, you can find them all in my Amazon storefront, which is linked below. A quick announcement, I do have a brand new promo code for the month of June. Use Summer15, no spaces, at checkout on themagicsiren.com for 15% off all personal readings, both emailed and live sessions. A massive thank you to everyone in our Patreon Ohana. Your support means so much to me. I post almost daily over there, so if you would like to join our little magical community, you can find that link below as well. And of course, thank you to you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn your notifications on so you never miss a reading or a magical update. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into the cards and see what June has in store for you. Okay, Cancer Ohana, let's go ahead and dive right in to our June 2025 Tarotscope forecast. What do we have going on here? We have the Nine of Wands coming out immediately. We will get a 4-card solid spread here, really get a nice rounded outlook on what's coming in for you this June. We will be clarifying with 2 other tarot decks and some oracle cards, so make sure you are comfy and get ready for all of these messages from Universe, Tarot, and Spirit. We are asking for any insight, guidance, clarity, maybe some answers to some questions that you might have, and we're just allowing these messages to come through. So let's go ahead and get one more card here. We're asking Universe and Tarot. There it is. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what we have on the table here so far. Like I mentioned, we will be clarifying these with a few other tarot decks as well as some oracle decks, but let's go ahead and see what we have on the table. We have the Nine of Wands in reversal, the Sun in reversal, the Magician, and the Three of Cups. Really like this energy kind of coming out on the second half of June, but we can really tap into that a little bit sooner. Let's go ahead and start at the top here with that Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is showing in the reversal. Now, when we get a reversal in a reading, it can really kind of represent something that has maybe already happened, or there might be a slight challenge or a slight obstacle that is preventing us from being able to see this coming out in the upright position. The Nine of Wands in the upright position is almost kind of that card of don't give up. Take some time and reevaluate what your healthy boundaries are. Make sure that we are upholding those healthy boundaries and keep pushing forward. Sometimes what happens with the Nine of Wands, when we see it in the upright, it can almost feel like we want to keep pushing forward, but we're nervous. We're not quite sure if we want to let someone in or if we really want to kind of go down this pathway because of certain things that have happened in the past. It could be a trauma response or some sort of defense mechanism that we've kind of created for ourselves due to previous situations or experiences. Seeing this in the reversal tells me that maybe our guard is a little bit too down right now. Maybe we're having a hard time reevaluating what our healthy boundaries really look like. You know, your season, your birthday season is right around the corner. It does start mid-June, and maybe that's why we're seeing that sort of ending of June kind of turning around for you. I would almost suggest taking the first 2 weeks of the month and really evaluating what your healthy boundaries are and making sure that everything in your life is in alignment with those healthy boundaries. You have the Sun coming out in reversal, which really just tells me that, you know, the Sun comes out as a reminder that it will rise again after the darkest point of the night. So maybe right now you are feeling a little bit lost. Maybe we're feeling like a lot of the things that we've experienced in the past, we're not quite sure the why. Why did we experience this? Why did universe send this into my life? Why did I cross paths with this person, this job, this environment, whatever it is? Just know that the light is at the end of the tunnel, and it is very close. We'll see what challenge or obstacle is preventing you from getting to that Sun moment right away. The Sun also represents growth, happiness, warmth, and more than likely you'll start to feel this a little bit more come the beginning of your season. But I like seeing the Sun just showing out as a whole. The fact that the Sun is here, it means that the darkest of times, or that feeling of a little bit kind of lost or just kind of feeling like cloudy, not quite sure what direction we're heading in, it's coming to an end. One of the ways we're going to be able to fully get out of that sort of feeling of not necessarily knowing which way we're going is tapping into our magician energy. The magician card is here, and I absolutely love this for everybody, but especially you, Cancers. This magician card is the manifester in the tarot deck, really kind of saying that the month of June could really be yours of manifestation if you allow yourself to use all the tools that you've gained through these experiences. Part of me kind of feels like some of the experiences from the past, they've given you tools and knowledge, they've given you the experience, the XP points to really become the manifester. But again, I think we're having a hard time processing what we've gone through and applying them moving forward. I would say the 4 R's of life are going to be important for you the first 2 weeks of June. Reflecting, retreating, recharging our batteries, and releasing what is no longer serving us. That's going to be really important, because if you want to tap into your magician energy, if you want to become the manifester, we have to use the tools from these previous experiences to start calling in what we truly desire. But everything is there for you. You have this opportunity to tap into this infinite abundance, infinite potential. It's just going to be, can you do it? Part of this sort of energy when it comes to the second half of the month for you is spending time with your friends, your family, celebrating, doing things that make you feel fulfilled in life. This might help you really give that turn from the sun in reversal to the sun in the upright. Taking that extra time to reach out to your friends, making plans to go out and dance, go see live music, go to the museum. Summer, it will be in full force by the time we get to your season, and it'll be important for you to tap into that sort of vibe. Have a good time, celebrate how far you've come, and maybe even celebrating this sort of ending of a season. When we go from the 9 to the 10 of Wands, it's like we're going into this final sort of act within this season of our life. And so the season of your life is slowly coming to a close. Maybe let's take some time with our friends and celebrate how far we've come since the beginning of this season. I want to go ahead and actually pull out our second tarot deck here and kind of see some clarity, some extra insight. I really want to know what the challenges or the obstacles might be when it comes to this 9 of Wands, as well as this sun in reversal. We have the Temperance card. It was kind of coming out in this neutral position, but a little bit more on the reversal side still. I think we're still in this place of trying to see the silver lining in the things that haven't worked out in the past. I want to go ahead and continue to clarify before we get too far ahead of ourselves. But that Temperance is almost kind of like turning water into wine. Oh, we have the Lovers card coming out here. Wonderful energy. For those of you that are getting out of a relationship, maybe this energy of like an experience that we sort of had in the past, we're trying to process it. Maybe it was the ending of a romantic relationship. Just know that new romance is on the horizon here for you. Maybe you currently met someone, since Gemini season started, because the Lovers card is Gemini. We're in Gemini season right now. There is some love coming in for you. And maybe this sort of new love connection or this new opportunity for emotional fulfillment is kind of coming in and helping you see that the sun is there again. I like that for you. We do have the 10 of Cups in reversal. Maybe part of the reason why we're having a hard time, tapping into the Magician energy is because we're not quite sure what that sort of ultimate happiness and fulfillment look like for us. It'll be really important to visualize that and get very clear on what that looks like for you. What does ultimate happiness look like for you? What does ultimate fulfillment feel like? What are the things that you need in your life in order to feel that way? That way you can start to manifest them. Then we also have the 4 of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Look at this. You have a lot of things pointing here to potential new emotional fulfillment. Whether this is a new romantic partner, maybe we're making new friends, maybe you are in a current relationship and we're finally getting out of a rough season or a stagnant season and we're starting to see more emotional offers with this person. Really nice energies. Let's go ahead and kind of digest these. We will clarify with another tarot deck in just a few minutes, but we do have Temperance in reversal. Now, Temperance in the upright, Temperance is the alchemist in the tarot deck. She can really turn water into wine. She could take a negative situation, turn it into a positive one. This is almost kind of like that energy of like, okay, it makes sense now. I'm almost almost kind of like, I'm glad that I didn't end up with what I thought I wanted, because now I'm here, or now I have this. Now I'm in a place where I'm actually happy. This is happening for you very slowly. We saw it kind of come out in this sort of neutral reversed position. And so it's like we're very slowly getting to the place where it starts to make sense. Whatever the situation was in this previous season of your life, there was something there that when it ended or when it shifted and changed, there was a little bit of an energy of like, I don't want this to end. It was very bitter, almost bittersweet, because we knew that it might be for the best deep down, but we had a hard time seeing it. You're starting to see the silver lining now. We're starting to slowly come to terms with the fact that whatever this season was, it needed to happen in our life in order to align us with what's to come for the rest of this year and for the next couple of years. We do have the Lovers card coming out, which is a divine timing, a divine union, this sort of really beautiful back and forth of emotional fulfillment. And this is coming out on top of the Sun. I do think for some of you, this was a romantic situation from the past that maybe didn't work out. We're slowly starting to see why it didn't work out, because we have a new opportunity of love coming in. We have somebody kind of offering a new cup of love, a new cup of emotional fulfillment. But again, I do think it's really important. All of these cards really tie in together and say that it's very important to figure out what ultimate happiness and fulfillment look like for you. I think in order for you to have this divine union and this divine connection, we do need to be able to see the world with the sun's light. And that sun's light is happiness and warmth and growth and joy. And I feel like in order for you to be able to become the manifester to bring that into your life, you do need to know what that looks like. I would maybe even take the month of June and ask yourself some of the bigger picture questions of, what qualities do I need in a romantic partner? What makes an absolute successful relationship in my mind? Who I am now is going to be, the answers are going to be different than who you were in the past. And I think that's important to mention as well. You're going from this Nine of Wands. We're slowly going to start to see a Ten of Wands moment or energy come into your space over the next few months. And who you are becoming is not the same person who started this season however long ago it was. And so it is going to be important for you to kind of tap back into you, to having that conversation with your higher self. Who are you now, Cancer? What do you want now? After experiencing these things, and that has to go with those 4 R's that we talked about. We are retreating a little bit and we are reflecting. Reflection is asking those questions, really kind of processing those things and putting them into practice moving forward, and then releasing what is no longer in alignment with this ultimate visual of what makes us happy, what we truly desire. And that way we can recharge our batteries and get ready for this beautiful love, this divine connection that is slowly starting to show up in our space. But again, you can manifest absolute happiness and fulfillment. The Ten of Cups is exactly that. This is everything that you want in terms of love, in terms of emotional fulfillment. This could be within your community, within your family, within romantic partnerships, even with self-love and self-care. In order for you to have this, you're going to have to manifest it. And being a manifester doesn't necessarily just mean I'm waving this magic wand like Harry Potter and it's just going to show. You also have to do the work. You plant seeds of manifestation. You plant seeds of intention. Then you have to water those seeds. You have to make sure they have fertilizer, that they're getting the sunshine. And I think that sun being in reversal is probably the one element that is missing from your manifestations right now. That sun is positive energy, positive belief systems. It's the law of assumption. It's really kind of going in with that energy of warmth and belief, that happiness that comes with the planting of those seeds. Now, the Four of Cups is showing out here with the Knight of Cups. You had a bonus card come out. We're going to take both of them. The Four of Cups can really represent this energy of like, you're definitely over attracting the same thing over and over again. So it's like, you're just over it. It's almost kind of like when it comes to manifestation, maybe this does have to do with love and relationships. Maybe you feel like you are attracting the same type of person or the same sort of experience over and over and over again, and you're totally over it. Here's the thing though, the universe is trying to hand you something new, but in order for you to be able to grab this sort of new, fresh sort of experience and feel, you're going to have to get up from where you're sitting under this tree and go and grab it. Look at this offer that's coming into your life. The Knight of Cups is an offer of emotional fulfillment. Whether this is a new friendship that potentially leads into a romantic partnership, maybe this is just somebody that comes in into your life and it's an instant chemistry. This could even be a current person that you're already with, as long as there is that divine union there where there's this new opportunity for emotional connection. But in order for us to have the new opportunity, we're going to have to get up and meet this person halfway. Let's go ahead and pull out our third tarot deck here. We have our third tarot deck, kind of getting some deeper clarity. You guys know I love doing the absolute deep messages for these monthly readings. So Four of Swords in reversal. I feel like, we're finally getting into a place where we're trying our best not to overthink, but we're still stuck in our headspace just a little bit about previous experiences. Father of Swords, which is the King of Swords in this deck, also seeing that in reversal. Two of Cups in reversal. I feel like you might be your own worst enemy here when it comes to your blessings in terms of love. Yes, Five of Wands, internal battle. Should you stay? Should you go? Should you open yourself up to love? Should you not? Should you go out and try and meet new people, or should you stay at home? There's a lot of internal battles here, a lot of internal emotional conflicts. Try your best to take a step back. Look, the Four of Swords in the upright is like, okay, we're in a place where we are resting and we are recharging our mind. We're allowing ourselves to shut down a little bit and just retreating, disconnecting from everything. This is coming on reversal, which tells me that you're trying, but we're still overthinking things. We're still stuck in our minds. We're still literally overthinking whatever season we are exiting out of. I understand that for some of you, this could be difficult because it was very emotionally attached for you, whether it was a job, a living situation, a friendship, a romantic partnership, a project that didn't get off the ground the way you wanted it to. I understand that it could be difficult to allow yourself to stop overthinking it. But here's the thing. If you allow yourself to do so and you start moving forward out of this season of your life, Temperance is going to bring in exactly why it didn't work the way you thought you wanted it to in this current season that you're leaving. Temperance is divine timing. When you see angel wings in these traditional cards, it represents divine timing. Divine timing is at work here. You have angel wings in Temperance, you have angel wings in the Lover's card. There's only about 4 or 5 cards in the whole deck that have the angel wings like that. That is divine timing. We have to have faith and trust that divine timing is working for us. The Father of Swords, or the King of Swords in reversal, tells me that even if you were to cross paths with this new emotional fulfillment. And remember, we get emotional fulfillment from many different things in our life, not just romantic partnerships. We get emotional fulfillment from our projects, from our friendships, from our jobs, from our living situations, from our experiences of travel, all the different things in our life, our hobbies, we get emotional fulfillment from those things. If you cross paths with something that's going to bring in emotional fulfillment, but we are too nervous to open up our mind and our logics and our communications to it, we might block our blessings here. We might be our own worst enemy and not realize it until it's too late. The Father of Swords in the upright, he is the master of logics. He's the master of communications. He is the master of taking a plan and executing it. And the thing about the King of Swords is that he works smarter, not harder. He does things in a smart way instead of having to bust his behind to make it happen. This could be your energy if you allow yourself to do so. I almost feel like there is the need for me to tell you to not be afraid to speak your voice through the month of June. Don't be afraid to have conversations. Don't be afraid to ask for a raise. Don't be afraid to conversate with somebody who is in alignment with maybe what you truly desire. In order for you to gain that ultimate contractual agreement or union of coming together, we have to step into the magician energy. We have to know what that looks like and not be afraid to do it, not be afraid to leave this old sort of season and chapter in the past, walking into a new one open and ready. The Two of Cups in the upright does represent a coming together, a union, a contractual agreement. There may have been a union or an agreement, some sort of relationship that fell apart. And that is where we're having the hard time releasing that to allow something new to come in. Allow yourself to stop with the internal battle of should you stay, should you go? Should you hold space, should you not? Should we move forward, should we not? There's a lot of this internal battle and fighting that's happening here. This could even be external to you, but I highly doubt it. I'm really picking up on internal battles. Don't be your own worst enemy in the month of June. There is emotional fulfillment that is here for you. Are you going to step into the magician energy? Are you going to become the manifester of your future, of your truest desires, of your ultimate emotional fulfillment? Or are we going to let the fear and internal turmoil or emotional battle within stop us from having the blessings that are coming in this month? I want to pull into our love oracles here just to kind of see what's going on. We have a past life relationship. You've known each other before. This is also my karmic connection card. For those of you that feel like you had a karmic relationship or a karmic connection from the past, that might be why it's so hard to move forward. That might be why it's so hard to move on. But I do feel like there is this sort of this intersection that's happening for you, that there is sort of this karmic relationship coming in. Whether this karmic relationship is going to come in and teach you a lesson, or it's going to come in and give you absolute fulfillment, we just have to be open to that and also release the old karmic connections of our past. Let's go ahead and get a general oracle here. I want to get a general oracle just for some extra messages from Spirit. Anything else we need to know? Creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively, excuse me. You know, this card goes hand in hand with what I was talking about. You're not the same version of who you were at the beginning of whatever this was in the past, okay? And more than likely, whatever this was in the past, it came into your life to teach you a lesson. You've learned the lesson already. Put it into practice with your healthy boundaries, release it, and allow yourself to move forward. Allow yourself to move on. Allow yourself to find out who you are now. Creative expression has to do with your hobbies, the things that you enjoy doing, the things that make you feel happiness and fulfillment on every level of your life. Maybe take some time and do a little bit of creative expression in ways that you haven't in a while. Maybe you like to paint. Maybe you like to write, sing, dance, whatever it is. I would be doing a lot of that this month. Overall here, this is a nice message for you, Cancer. Don't block your blessings this month of June and allow yourself to really release and process what you've gone through in this previous season. I hope you can find some sort of clarity and guidance with this reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can head over to themagicsiren.com and get a personal reading over there. We also post almost daily over on Patreon, so I hope to see you over in that community as well. And I will be posting here regularly on our YouTube channel too, so be sure to like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on. Until the next one, stay safe, and I'll see you then. Aloha.